Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Moe's Guitars is the proud sponsor of Girls Talk Rock. Over 35 years of helping girls and guys rock. Moe's Guitars, M-O-Z-E, guitars.com.
Welcome to Girls Talk Rock, where the musician's creativity finds its voice. And here are your hosts, Tracy Smith and Beth Venus.
All right, it's another episode of Girls Talk Rock.
Oh, man, we're at the end of December, and we're really excited to just kind of start sharing with you what the year has had for us and what we've got coming up for 2016.
Yeah, so Beth and I are actually both going to talk about what we do. Oh, that's really rare that we decided to talk about what we do, but we decided that we do enough in the community with the music, industry that it might be a good thing to talk about.
And more importantly, to really get our listeners to get the idea of just how important their network is and what that involves as far as, playing, booking, performing, rehearsing, recording, all the things that all our artists want to do and get involved with and take it to the next level on. So I think we might have a guest rolling in a little bit later to talk to us a little more about that. But when she arrives, we'll let y'all know, okay?
Yeah, we'll hook you up.
Hey, before we get started, too, I want to give a big shout-out to Lambvin. I know not everybody will know who Lambvin is, but I'm going to tell you. Lambvin has been in business more than 50 years. They manufacture all the complete collection of custom acoustical products. They're one of the biggest manufacturers for custom acoustical products in North America. So the odds are if you have something in your professional studio or your recording space, the odds are it's from Lambvin. And we actually give them a big shout out. They're doing a lot of work right now for Studio CCMA. We're going to have a whole new beautiful studio in January 2016. And we're really excited about working with Lambvin. We want to send everybody down there if they're looking to do the same as we are. Refreshing for the new year.
Yeah, we can't wait. And also we want to thank Moe's Guitars because they've been in business 40 years down in La Mesa, and they are a show supporter of ours. And they're doing all kinds of fun stuff during the holidays. So if you want to see what they've got going on down there, of course, with the lessons, with the repair of your guitars or your amplifiers, they have all kinds of stuff going on down there. So stop in, tell Jean that Girls Talk Rock sent you over there. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Ronnie Lee because her orange cabinet, she used it on both of the gigs that she wanted to.
Nice.
And Girls Talk Rock made sure that happened. So we're very excited about giving that piece of equipment that Ronnie Lee wanted to her so that she could do what she does best, which is that big benefit that they had down there at Tia Leo's. So, yes.
So here we are going into 2016, and the first thing I want to let everybody know exactly who Tracy Smith is. We've been doing this radio show for the last quarter here in 2015, and we're moving forward. But you really ought to know who we are and why we have such a really vested interest in the industry and why what we do can be important for you. Tracy, you've been on the scene, on the original scene, for a really long time. You have interest in, I'd say, mostly original artists for quite a while, whether it's individuals, duos, trios, rock and roll. You got all things going on, and your connection to the artists and the venues is really big here. Tell me more about how that came to be and what you do now, even as a radio co-host, but what your role is now in supporting and promoting bands.
Well, that's a lot. That's a mouthful. Excuse me. Yeah. So we moved here in the year 2000 from Phoenix, where we lived for 30 years. And when we got here, of course, my husband's a bass player, so the first thing to do was to figure out what the local scene had for him and for myself, someone that's been involved in music for 25, 30 years. And we decided to just start going down and checking out the different clubs that were local. And then we decided to get him hooked up with a couple of bands that were local in town. And one thing leads to another. When you start networking, you get out there into the clubs, you get into a band, you meet all their friends, and everything just takes off from there. So kind of make a long story short, I started doing video about 25 years ago. I started building graphics, posters, show banners, just business cards, everything like that. And, electronic press kits. I would make all my husband's bands electronic press kits and help them out, custom drum heads, and just all the graphics and everything that go into that. And then that kind of led into going out into, the different clubs and taking pictures and video of what everybody was doing out in the scene.
The scene, that's so imperative, too, to have that live footage. And I think I'm asked that just about every day, whether it's a talent buyer from an agency or from a club or, from a showcase, asking if we have live footage of a working band. And so often I get clips or a press kit that is exclusive to produced material only. Really, you're a great resource for that live material, getting that into your press kit. How do most of your artists react to that? Are they excited about seeing you there? Or I know they're hiring you now to do their press kits, which, by the way, y'all, really important. Okay, I'm just going to say that out loud. But and with Tracy as a resource. But, getting that live footage, are you editing some of that after the fact, after they've hired you to do press kits? How's that working right now, Tracy?
Well, I don't edit any of the video. I take all the raw video and then I give it to the artist. So anytime I get out into the field and taking pictures and or video of any of the acts, then that's one thing that I make sure that I tell them is that, most of the time the artists don't even know that I'm there to take pictures and to take video. But I have over 1,000 videos right now. So
Holy Mary.
I store them all on YouTube, which they can't be edited on YouTube. And I do store all the regular, ones that are unedited or that you can edit. I store those on my 5 terabyte external hard drive because pictures and video take up a lot of space. But basically, I just started going out into the field and taking pictures and video of bands and they didn't even know I was taking them. So I would get home, I would load it onto my computer. I would actually write the person or the band that I actually went and took pictures and footage of. And I would give them their footage, and they would be like, "Oh my God, I don't have any videos of myself playing out live."
It's a gift. It's huge. It's such a gift. And, I'm glad we're really talking about this because one of the common denominators we have had over this entire season of broadcast here on WS Radio for Girls Talk Rock has been the use of a really functioning, press kit that should be either electronic or on disc available. And we've really been met with some resistance from a lot of artists about whether they're willing to compile that and then seeing the value of that. Someone like, hey, everybody, you see her at your event. You see Tracy Smith at your event. You, kiss the ring, buy her a drink, and make sure you know exactly why she's there. She's there because she believes in you, and she wants to give you the opportunity to have some footage. Coming from my end, when we have footage like that to have a band, it's a lot easier to book and to maintain what your image is and who you are as a group. So I think it's really imperative to have people like you out there. And of course, I'm really promoting Tracy as well because I think we want to have her do a lot more press kits for our original and our cover bands going into 2016 here in San Diego to get you guys working, get everybody working. So what's the biggest issues you run into when you're at a live show, you're taking pictures, you're videotaping, and this is like very often at a very low cost for the band or for the artist. I consider it a gift if it's under $500. But if you're working for that, what are your artists usually doing with that, Tracy?
Well, most of the artists that I give this stuff to, I'm not going to say all the artists, but a lot of the artists don't usually treat their band as a business. And that's the first rule. When you're being given a gift like this, you have promo pictures that you can use. And a lot of them do use my promo pictures. And usually all I ask is that you tag me and say, photo cred to Tracy Smith if I'm doing it for a good friend and I'm doing it for nothing. But on the other hand, just to charge just a tiny bit to get that electronic press kit out there. And it does take about, I would say, 10 hours to do everything that I need to do with video, with pictures, with graphics, with my words and everything else to set up a complete electronic press kit. So if bands could have things ready like bios, like links, that type of thing. So if I ask for something, I need your bio, I need your link, I need whatever you do have, send it to me. I'll be doing it a lot less expensively for you if you already have some of that stuff in place. But I noticed a lot of bands just don't have any of it.
Well, I think, we hear on the radio show and we'll kind of get into more about what I've been doing in the music scene. But I think the general experience is that a lot of artists are just, playing and enjoying their art and doing what they do and working hard to be strong musicians with what they're playing, whatever style it is. And it's really really easy to forget the administrative side of things or to put the value on it that is there. I know that we're going to be coming back next segment. I really want to talk about how we can get our local artists, whether they are original, whether they're cover or tribute, or if they're maybe 80s band, whatever you do, a blues, a country band, how we really want to help everybody in the industry. That's what WS Radio is here for. That's what Girls Talk Rock is here for, to really get everybody integrated and networked here together. And we really want to talk about what we think we can do in improving the administrative side of our small businesses, of our musicians who operate that way, because it's really hard to share the information when we don't have the information.
Yeah, and I think if people just took, let's say, 1 hour of their time to gather up all their links, put them in one place, whether it's an email or what. So when somebody asks for information to get a booking or to help you get a booking, to facilitate what you do, to contact a venue for you if you don't, if you're not into self-managing, just little things like that. I mean, just get the stuff ready, get it prepared, have it in one place so that when I ask for it, I can build your electronic press kit that much faster.
And you just spoke some really important words, the difference between self-management, having various management companies, which, by the way, you can do, have various companies who have interest in you, and also working with just one exclusively. So when we come back, let's make sure we talk about those different
Yeah, and I'm going to interview Beth in this next segment because I want you to all know exactly what she does, and that's what we're going to transition into, is exactly what she does. And that's how she helps bands, and that's what she does for local musicians. And people don't even know she's there, but she's up in North County. Been doing it a long time. She's actually got a brick and mortar. And we're going to actually talk about all that with Beth when we get back.
Good time.
Thank you, Mose, for being in business for 40 years and helping out the local community as well. We'll be right back.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goley, one thing that you have helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get to the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians, because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit mozeguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Moe's Guitars is the proud sponsor of Girls Talk Rock. Over 35 years of helping girls and guys rock. Moe's Guitars, M-O-Z-E, guitars.com.
Welcome to Girls Talk Rock, where the musician's creativity finds its voice. And here are your hosts, Tracy Smith and Beth Venus.
All right, we're back. Segment number 2.
Segment 2. Hey, we're here. It is mid-December of 2015, and we are talking about making who, what, where, when, how in the music industry here in San Diego. And last segment, we were just covering a little bit about what Tracy Smith does. I know you guys have heard her speaking with everybody important here in San Diego this season. But y'all should know who she is, too. She's doing video. She's doing press kits. She's doing photography at these events. And part of it is just for the interest of the scene, and some of it is for work purposes. So
yeah, and graphics, social media, whatever you need, I can pretty much do it for you.
She's your lady right there. I want to mention really quick also, coming from North County, I'm a big fan of San Diego Music Exchange. Dale, the owner down there, they've been there forever. But the most important thing you should know about them is they are a huge supporter of the local school music programs, donating nearly $200,000 to local school musics since their inception. I mean, that is a true interest in the community.
That's
awesome. And if you go there, you'll really see that they really walk the walk there. They're there for the music, and it's a blessing to have a business at the same time. But Dale and his staff, his crew there, are just awesome. We went over there and got a G-string for you, didn't we, Connor? Connor, our tech.
A G-string. That's amazing.
He's a violinist. He needed his G-string. So I accompanied Connor. We bought a G-string together.
Nice. Good. So I'm going to get into this next segment. We're going to talk all about what Beth does now. You heard what I do. And so now we're going to talk to Beth about exactly what she does. And this is one of the reasons why I found out after hiring her as my co-host on this show.
So cool.
Suddenly a new world opened up to me, because I'm mostly all about, original bands. But she takes care of not only original bands, but she takes care of the tribute, the cover, the
genre tributes.
That's right.
Era tributes. Stylized standards, country, all kinds of stuff going on. For those of you out there, I'm Beth Venus, co-host here at WS Radio's Girls Talk Rock.
So tell us about CCMA and what you do over there.
Studio at CCMA. Well, we have been up there for about 12 years now. We have 2 branches to our business. One is instructional, where we're in 6 public schools and do all kinds of stuff during the school day and after-school programs and teaching and all that kind of stuff. And, of course, at our warehouse studio, we have a 3,200-square-foot warehouse studio. Teach bass, guitar, drums, rock band camps, voice, you name it, it's going on. It's kind of like crazy studios there. We have some dancers there in the afternoon. There's a lot of arts going on at Studio CCMA. But the other branch of our business is the studio at CCMA, which is studio at ccma.com. And that's more the professional side of business. Some of you may have seen us at events taking care of our who we book. So we have about 23 artists who are network artists right now on our little co-op, our little management, and we facilitate almost 800 events a year. Small events, big stages, little stages, supporting acts, sometimes headlining acts, and primarily in the area of Arizona, Nevada, and California, unless something really exciting comes up out of that range. So.
And I have to say that Beth has a lot of amazing contacts. She's in some of the most amazing queues, venues, different cities, different towns, different states. And I want everybody out there to know that if you are struggling as a band and you're a good band, you just don't know how to get ahead, you just don't know what to do, where to go, call Beth.
Yeah,
seriously, call her, because she can really help you out that way. And that leads me to my next question, that what are you guys looking for in an artist, and who do you decide who to work with at CCMA?
That's a great question, because there are so many really great artists here in San Diego and Southern California. We have several artists we work with that are Orange County based as well. But I think the biggest priority for us is reliability, and that they are ready to really take themselves seriously, because ultimately they represent us and they represent themselves. And it just takes one really bad show, or not performance-wise, just attitude-wise, or maybe late. They may be not prepared. They may be dressed like they're meth addicts. I don't know. Whatever they're
you're
doing.
telling people to be professional? What?
Yeah.
Right.
And that goes for everybody. You know, for everybody, young and old. But there is a difference between dressing like a slob and being rock and roll. So we definitely need a little bit of that professionalism.
Right. So let's go into what exactly it is that you do for bands under the CCMA umbrella.
Well, when we find somebody who looks like they do take themselves seriously, most of our bands are not exclusive with us. We do have signed agreements, and we're working with them. We definitely want a contract of sorts, but it is a non-exclusive contract. So we are very aware, especially in the cover and tribute world, that a lot of artists, sometimes my own band, for say, Groove Kitty, we have 3 to 4 management companies placing us at any given time. And so really our goal at Studio at CCMA is to get our bands integrated with those same companies spread out so that you're on a lot of companies' radars, a lot of management and talent buyers' radars. And when that happens, then you are in a better queue, in a better rotation. But like I was saying before, reliability is important, and coachability. Like if we have bands that are willing to do very modest changes to kind of up their ante and decide, what trajectory they want to be on, where they want to play, what's ideal for them. Maybe they love playing the local bar scene, and that's the ultimate goal for them. Or maybe they're sick of that and they want to do something else. Everybody has different goals, and we're really looking to try to make them fit that.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us then how you push bands forward when you do start working with them to get them in a better queue and actually start getting them paid.
Well, they in our world, yeah, you got to get paid. That's like
right.
so important. And I know original artists have a bigger struggle with that. The competition, though, for the cover and tribute and genre and showcase bands is very high. And the big thing that pushes them over, I always say, my big quote, I always say this, right, is bands are like club soccer. There's a lot of bands that can call themselves professional and maybe professional, but, you got all these levels of play, and you can even move up individually to better working bands or as a group. And if you're going to do it as a group, it's just like we were talking in the first segment. You better have a really great press kit that includes live and maybe some produced material, some great photographs that show what you look like when you're playing, and not just all your subs for the day, but maybe you're actually working players, what you sound like live, for better or for worse, and also to really pitch yourself and don't try to be everything to everybody. I have a lot of artists who come to me and say, "Well, we can do anything. We're a great band. We can do." Classic rock. We can do cover rock. We could be a tribute that night. Yeah, we can do the cult. They're trying to be everything for everybody. And I think the biggest struggle I have as a general manager at Studio at CCMA is really trying to more than encourage them to pigeonhole themselves as quickly as possible so that we can sell them. I want to sell you, and I can't sell someone who says they're everything to everybody.
So when it comes to selling, let's talk about the different venues and the different queues that you do work in, because that's really important, because a lot of San Diego musicians are stuck, like we said, in the bar scene. And if they really want to get ahead, original, cover, tribute, doesn't matter. Everybody wants to get ahead. Tell us about some of those places that you would book people in.
Well, I think it's really important to know the difference between playing a showcase and playing at a bar or even at a casino where you play for 3 or 4 hours and you're really fulfilling a large time slot. If you want to really promote yourself, I really can't push enough to be willing to open and support for a national or somewhat national act or a national touring act or somebody who's on the larger scene, on a larger stage. And if that's something you're willing to do, that's going to help your career right away, because we want to put you on the stage with somebody who has a like audience, and so that you can get recognized and get more hits on your likes and more people interested in going to your shows, and without having to sell tickets, of course, but to encourage and having a better draw. And then secondly, if you want to work casinos, you have to decide whether you want to work in the lounge or if you're going to be opening for a headliner. Really making that decision whether you're willing to do either, but you have to have a show, decide, okay, we're going to be 80s music or 90s emo, or we're going to be a Kiss tribute, or, whatever it is.
That's cool. Now, we actually just had our guest roll in. And so Beth and I have pretty much described who we are and what we do. And we've got about a minute left. So when we come back from our commercial break, we're going to bring our guest in. Let me just tell you a little bit about our guest. She's amazing.
Just a little bit,
She
right?
is a lead singer. She's a guitarist. She's in an original band. The original band is really super fun. When we get out there, and that's one of my favorite bands to go see because I can just tell you that these two girls put on such an entertainment style that it just opens up everything that when you go out, you want to have fun. And this is what they do. They open up the fun. I mean, they open up a can of fun ass. I'm going to say it on air.
I like it. We could say ours.
Instead of whoop ours, we'll say they open up a can of fun ours. And that's amazing. So our guest coming up in 3 minutes is going to be Angela Alvarez. Welcome, Angela.
Welcome.
All right. Are we up? Yeah, there we go. We're up.
Hi. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited.
There we go. And she hurried up through traffic to get here. So
it was horrible tonight, by the way. Who's giving away what? I need to know.
San Diego traffic.
Very
whatever.
bad.
It's still better than LA traffic, but still, whatever.
Well, I'm late. I want to also say thank you to Connor Rice, our tech support here at WS Radio. We might even bring him into the conversation in the next round because we have a few things he's an expert at, too.
And we also want to give a shout-out to York Minis because we're eating them right now in the studio, and I got to stop eating them because I haven't felt well, and chocolate's really not good.
Damn, girl, they're good.
But I'm going to blame that one on Beth because she brought in a package of them. And thank you to Moe's Guitars for being there for 40 years. And when we come back, we're going to be talking to Angela Alvarez of Daddy Issues. Stay tuned.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Moe's Guitars is the proud sponsor of Girls Talk Rock. Over 35 years of helping girls and guys rock. Moe's Guitars, M-O-Z-E, guitars.com.
Welcome to Girls Talk Rock, where the musician's creativity finds its voice. And here are your hosts, Tracy Smith and Beth Venus.
All right, I think we're back for segment number 3, and we've been joined by the amazing, the ultimate, the fabulous lead singer / guitarist rocker for the local band Daddy Issues. That's Angela Alvarez.
Love that name.
Thank you.
So delicious. Well, thank you for joining us. You know, we're really happy to have you here. We were just talking about the industry. We were talking about live music. We were talking about original artists, and that's what you are. And we want to find out a little bit about Daddy Issues and who's in the band and what makes up the band and how long have you guys been playing together?
Yeah, so I moved here 2 years ago from Arizona. And in Arizona, I was doing acoustic solo shows all over the place. My band was like mostly a cover band, but they did do my originals and things like that. So when I moved here, I was pretty clear that I didn't want to get wrapped up into the cover thing again, at least right away, you know. And it's like, okay, I want to get an original band together. And I wasn't sure if I was going to, build my own band from scratch again, or because I didn't know anybody, or if I should just join an existing band that needed a singer and
which a lot of people do.
Yeah, some songwriter stuff. So I was just I was meeting with people, but I hit it right away. I think I started posting on Craigslist even before I moved out here. And so the week that I moved here, I met with 3 different guitarists and was trying to immediately get something going.
Get a feel for it. Now, where did you, just out of curiosity, when you're auditioning, did you have a place that you were meeting them, or did you come out to my living room and check this out? How are you working that out?
Meet at the Jack in the Box.
Yeah, I was meeting them out, and usually for a drink or something first, so that I can make sure that it was cool, and then we usually go to their house and just jam out and stuff. So I met with a few really great musicians, but probably within a month, I was contacted by this band that was in existence called the Justice Fire, and they had me come and audition, I guess, right. And just meet with them. And I listened to their stuff. They had a huge following online, and I was just kind of okay, I think this could work, and they were looking for some direction. So I joined that band, and we were together. It wasn't very long, honestly.
Maybe 3 months or something.
Something like that. But Jules, who is my bass player, was in that band. And
Julia Welton.
She's the blonde.
Shout out to Julia Welton.
Yeah. So she and I had talked, and I had told her if I ever start my own project again, I'm going to call it Daddy Issues. And we actually played a couple times acoustically under the name Daddy Issues and stuff like that. So, but when we were ready to leave the band and make that our thing, that's been about 2 years. So
I love it. I think it's just rings really true. I think another favorite of mine is Rhythm and the Method. And
yes,
I love the name Daddy Issues. They're very female reflective, just vibes. And I know you two work together a lot as a duo. Does the whole Quattro equal the band, or are you guys the band and you bring on who you want?
Yeah, it's a great question. And we've gone through a couple different lineups. We've worked with some amazing musicians in San Diego. What's working for us right now is for Jules and I to kind of be the center of the band. We have a couple people that were the Stephen Chen and Stephen Kroll, who play with us frequently right now, but we're contracting them. So
perfect.
So yeah, that's that's kind of what's working for us right now.
I like it. You guys have ownership.
So,
You're like the Hall
yeah.
Notes
Yeah,
of San
yeah, because
Diego.
then you can control everything and have it exactly the way you want it, and just go for it.
Well, that's just it. And like where we realized there was some, some discrepancies is when we went to record. Jules and I are definitely on the same page in terms of the sound that we want and things like that. But some of the other members weren't, and so what we decided to do is like, hey, Jules and I will go and record. We'll get the sound that we want, and then it'll be easier to fit in the right members to that. Yeah.
Right.
So
and that brings up a really one of the questions we had was, what genre do you put yourself in? I know artists hate this, but I'm going to ask. And I usually frame it in a different way. I usually frame it as if you were on a Pandora station, who would you put yourself before or after? And that really gives us a better feel for who you guys are as an artist.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I do struggle, and it's not because I don't want to like claim something. It's because like I feel like we pull from so many different genres and try to mix them together. It's like some of our stuff is like very blues rocky sound. We've got a reggae song. We have a tango. We have, so
a lot of great artists do that.
Yeah,
a couple slow songs. Yeah.
Yeah, so we call ourselves like alternative indie, I guess.
Fair enough, yeah.
So, but there's definitely a pop influence. Like I try to write like really hooky choruses and stuff like that. So, somewhere in the middle of alternative pop and indie, I guess.
Ask that question a lot because I know I'm more on the promotion side of things. And so I'm always like, hey, I want to sell you. Where would you be? And some people surprised me. We had somebody on the other day, and I thought they were a lot edgier, and they said Adele. And I'm like, oh, you'd be right after Adele.
Okay.
I didn't put that together.
Yeah.
But, so sometimes artists has a different vision than we're perceiving.
Yeah, I think maybe someone called us once the B-52s on steroids.
Nice. That's a good one.
Is that a good one?
Yes, that's a good one.
That one, or maybe like No Doubt with mixed with Foo Fighters.
Yeah,
maybe.
like a little Green Day thrown in.
Yeah,
a splash of Green Day.
I like that.
Yeah.
See, that works for me. I can we can tell everybody who you guys are a little bit more. Yeah. So I know you hear us also talking about live music. Where did you guys play last? Where was your last live event?
Where's our last? Oh man,
was it the House of Blues?
That was our last big one.
Yeah.
No, the Music Box.
The Music
Box.
What
am I thinking?
Yeah. That's right. The Music Box.
Like a week and a half ago.
We love both. So I mean, we do a lot of stuff with the Music Box. So we were thrilled to be over there.
Yeah.
Recording that.
Yeah, we were the very last one of the night. It was like a Catherine Beeks, her showcase, and so we went on at 11:30, and some of the diehards stayed out that late. We had a guy who told us he came all the way from Seattle to see us and like brought like an entourage of people.
Wonderful.
And then didn't stay to watch us because we went on too late.
Holy Mary.
Oh, no.
Well, that's funny because San Diegans don't like to stay out too late, do they?
No, I don't know.
Especially on a
scene is
Thursday.
Really
it was a Thursday.
Really
oh, my gosh.
And I was totally sick for that because I've been sick for like 2.5 weeks.
She has. She's been totally sick. It's terrible.
Anyways,
disgusting.
So sorry I missed it. I'm coughing on my coat.
No, we're so thrilled to see people live because I think even when we hear recordings or even see them on YouTube or their webpage and Facebook, that live presence means so much. And of course, Tracy's talked about you guys having a really high live energy. What size set are you guys used to doing? Are you used to doing 30 minutes, 45? You playing 2 or 3 hours a night? What is the typical rotation for you?
I think most frequently we're getting like a 45-minute set or something like that. So we actually played a show recently with Catherine. It was a big fundraiser for breast cancer walk team. Right. And we were the last ones to play. And like everybody was dancing and like going crazy and stuff. And they were like, keep playing. And we kind of all looked at each other like, we've played every song that we know. So we kind of just jammed on like a Chili Pepper song or something. But, at that point we were like, we should just take a week and like get a few covers just in the pockets, like in case this happens again.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
Now the cool thing is I know who you guys are because I've been your friend for a long time and I've been out to pretty much every show you guys ever do. But who do you think that if you could pigeonhole your audience, who is your audience? Like, give us a little taste of that.
It's again, I feel like that's hard to say just because we haven't had any music. Like all we've had up to this point is the live show, and so. I mean, I know that when we've played these House of Blues
showcases
and stuff like that, that it's been amazing. I mean, we filled in last minute last year of like what's the March holiday? The Shamrocks.
Oh, St. Patrick's Day. There we go. Catholic. Guilty.
Yeah. Like we played this show and it was awesome. You know, like we started playing and the room was kind of empty, and like within the first 2 songs, like we were playing to a full room, and we kept them there, and it was really cool, and that's started to happen this year. But I don't feel like we have a good sense of our like fans because we haven't had anything to give anybody.
Well,
yet,
speaking of that, this has happened this year. Now, what we're curious about is what are you looking for short term and long term for Daddy Issues?
Yeah, so we're really excited about 2016. We just recorded 5 songs, and what our plan is to do is to release one a month and actually have it in connection with our shows. So basically, what'll happen is if you show up to our shows, you just get on the email list, and we'll email you a free download to the song. And then this way, like we reward the people who are coming to our shows, and then like we'll release them one at a time. And so we have a little something for people to like always like look forward to. And then we're planning on recording more. It's penciled in to do a whole week of recording in April, and to get another 6 or 7 songs done, because we'd like to have a full album by the time the deadline comes around for the San Diego Music Awards.
Where are you recording?
So, yeah, really interesting story. When I was living in Arizona, some of the bands that I was, being mentored by and, just working with a lot had been recording with this guy in LA, and they were saying like how wonderful he was and amazing, and he specializes in female artists and great on vocals and all this stuff. And so I just followed his page. I was like, oh, he's in LA. He's like way too expensive for me. I'm not at that level yet, whatever. And so anyways, he moved his studio over to Cleveland, and that's where we've been recording, my hometown. So we've been going back there.
Wow. So you're flying to Ohio to record. We've got the top people in San Diego and in LA to record with. That's amazing, though.
It's interesting. When we come back, I want to make sure we talk to her about who she would support if she were the only opener for a national act. Who would she want to be? Who would Daddy Issues open for?
All right, so thank you to WSRadio.com, who's the worldwide leader, for having us. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
I raised $8,000 to build schools for South African children. After realizing how many people go hungry in San Diego, I now volunteer at a food pantry.
I'm spending the next year doing volunteer projects across 3 countries and helping in ways they designate to be the most helpful.
The World Link program at the Joan B. Kroc Institute for Peace and Justice recognizes the potential of youth as agents of social change. Learn how you can help youth become a generation of leaders in action at peace.sandiego.edu.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Moe's Guitars is the proud sponsor of Girls Talk Rock. Over 35 years of helping girls and guys rock. Moe's Guitars, M-O-Z-E, guitars.com.
Welcome to Girls Talk Rock, where the musician's creativity finds its voice. And here are your hosts, Tracy Smith and Beth Venus.
It's true.
It's true. We're back.
Oh my gosh, he speaks the truth. We're here with Angela Alvarez from Daddy Issues, and we're talking about the music scene here in San Diego County. When we left last segment, we were asking Angela, okay, you guys rock, you totally kick arse. And high energy band, great for women's, music. Actually, I'm so prejudiced. Sorry, guys. I love it when two women are head in the field. And we were asking, you've done a lot of showcases, whether it was at Music Box or House of Blues, and gosh, I'm sure many other locations and venues. But if you were to be the only one on the ticket opening for a national that you really love, or a tour that you would really be excited about, who would be at the top of your list, of your wish list, with Santa Claus this season?
Well, my first thought was like, okay, well, who would we mesh well with,
Absolutely.
And that was, I gotta say, like, Gwen Stefani.
Yummy, right? Yummy in the tummy. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, maybe next year at Kaboo. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, that agent, the person who runs Kaboo, is right out of Orange County, and that talent buyer is always looking. Who knows?
Well,
That might be
that's
you.
awesome. Yep.
We had the local band Nervous Records open for the Killers at
cool.
Kaboo, and that was through that agent. So that's right around the corner for a lot of our bands. I just think it's very realistic to talk about.
Yeah, so Angela, what do you think you see for 2016 for Daddy Issues? What's coming up?
Well, the release of all of the tracks that we just recorded, like I mentioned, we want to record even more. We want to have an album to submit for the San Diego Music Awards this year. And we also have a couple of videos that we're planning. Their merch is almost on order. Like it's just going to be a little bit more official. Like I think the last couple of years have really been like building, establishing our sound, finding, working with different players and writing and things like that. And now we're ready to like really just get it out there.
It sounds like you're working on your administrative side as well.
Yeah,
So,
quite a bit.
So you guys are you self-managed then? Let's just get that out there.
Yeah.
So when we were discussing this as you were fighting the San Diego crazy Wednesday
Traffic,
by the way, it was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs out there in particular today. So no harm, no foul with Angela coming in. But I want to make sure that our listeners know that this is a really big part of working as a musician. We have a lot of musicians who are very resistant to the administrative side. So you guys, we're just tracking things like your website, your Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
What have you found to be the best tools for you in promoting attention, the right kind of attention to your band?
Well, I actually work in marketing, so I do a lot of this stuff. If you look at our website now, it's actually just got a construction page. I'm completely revamping it for the new year. But in terms of just reaching fans and stuff, like email, honestly, like
direct access, direct connection
And
with
Facebook,
people.
of course.
Yeah. Well, with Facebook, it's like you have to pay for your post to show up, and if you're willing to do that, then you can. But like, email still wins the race in terms of like highest ROI from a marketing perspective.
Well, Connor
yeah.
here, our tech support, he is graduating with his associates with a marketing degree this spring. And so, Connor, what do you think of that? Do you think, we're always talking to these bands. We've got Angela. She's a marketing specialist. Are you agreeing on this, man?
It sounds really cool.
He's really
There's
hard
his
to
2
get
cents.
to talk. There's his 2 cents. But, the marketing of a band is really important. And so you probably heard me last segment just asking, like, where do you guys, how do we sell you? How do we sell who you are? And, of course, if you meet Angela, you're going to get a good feel for that right away. And so when you're trying to book and when you're trying to promote your band, especially for working in a live venue, I can only imagine you try to meet as many people as you can in person because it makes such a world of a difference. But when you can't, what is your best tool for reaching out? Have you found that you bang on the door every quarter, every month, every 6 weeks? What kind of rotation do you have in trying to hit it up?
We haven't had any struggles with booking yet, and I think part of it is Julia, the bass player. She's very connected. She's playing bass with a bunch of other bands around town, like fill-in and stuff like that. Nice. And so we've been really fortunate that we've been able to. We've actually turned shows away because we don't want to like oversaturate people, nice. Bug them every single week to come to something. Like we try to have like one big show a month, and that's like our showcase show. And so we've been able to book those without.
Well, once a month is a nice
and
way to go.
Let me just tell everybody, in case you don't know who Julia is. Julia is fantastic with not only networking, but anytime she posts a picture, whether it's my picture or somebody else took a picture of her, it gets like 300 likes. So, people love Julia. They love the blonde. They love the bass. They love the female aspect. They love how she plays like 4 different instruments or 5 different instruments and
anything with strings. Yeah.
Yeah, she loves it.
And she just since she doesn't have to stand at the mic like the whole time we're playing, like she's running around like crazy. She's got like a,
Yeah, she's wireless.
She's wireless.
My husband told her to go wireless. And so, yeah.
Well, that really opens up the door to some other things too. So that sounds like you're hitting San Diego. Mm-hmm. Maybe at your favorite, like you said, you don't oversaturate. You want to make sure you're hitting San Diego. Have you thought about spreading your wings in Orange County in the LA region?
Yeah, and we've played a couple shows in Arizona since I came from there. We're looking at going back there in first quarter. We played in Las Vegas last year. Tracy came up for that show. We had a bunch of people from San Diego.
Yeah, we all drove up. It was great.
Yeah, so. Again, I think my thing has been until we have product, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do a lot of touring because we didn't have any merch, we didn't have any music to give anybody, so it was basically just
big part of the industry.
Yeah,
and now merch is where it's at because once a band puts money out for merchandise, you better be ready to start selling that merchandise. So you got to have your act together at that point.
Yeah.
Well, we always have, over at Studio at CCMA, we have a lot of bands we work with and a lot of talent. And I got to tell you, those damn tees are really important.
They are.
We'll be over whether it's at House of Blues or at Coach House up in
and
Orange County.
NAM coming up.
Or NAM coming up. And I'll be darned if we go through those T-shirts like there's no tomorrow. And it almost doesn't matter what band I'm talking about or what artist we're talking about. The studio, we're almost always out, as long as you're not trying to sell them for $50 a pop. But it is a really important part of things. And if you have a cute logo or a really seasonal, logo.
Seasonal.
Seasonal, seriously, if it's the summer tour or the winter tour or whatever's going on, they really get popular. So I can't enforce that enough. I really hope people
All right, Beth, so we're down to 1 minute. Now, you know what time it is.
Oh, what time is it?
It is time for the Quattro questions. Quattro questions.
Oh,
we always
everybody,
do it at the end of every interview. We ask the guest, 4 really pertinent, very important questions.
Yes.
And they've got to answer very quickly so that we all get a feel of who you are and what's going on.
Okay.
So,
we're going to get to know you a lot better right now.
Our first Quattro question is, if you're a package opener on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
Christmas Day.
There we go.
She waits. She's a patient lady.
All right, if you're a holiday cookie or a holiday treat, which one are you? Why?
Oh, the peanut butter with the kiss in the center.
Oh, and I made those for you. They're
butter.
actually in your package. Oh, those are handmade too, by the way. Okay. Will Daddy Issues be opening? Who will Daddy Issues be opening for Christmas 2020?
Ooh.
Or playing with. It's going to be a co-show, too.
You know what other band I'd love to open for is Royal Blood. Have you guys heard of them?
I don't know what. Everybody's going to look them up now.
They're new. Up and
Royal
coming.
Blood. Okay, well, here we go. You heard it here first. Royal Blood. We'll look them up. All right, which reindeer are you and why?
Which reindeer? I don't. Oh, Prancer, of course.
Okay, there we go. We knew that you'd have some sort of an answer because we're thinking if you're an artist, you're a dancer. Okay, you're going to be dancer. If you're really the lead or the the leader, then you're going to be Rudolph.
It's Angela Alvarez from Daddy Issues.
That's why.
Don't we know? I mean, my goodness. Anyway, we got to say, hey, thank you again, San Diego County Music Exchange up in North County. That's Dale. Ask for him. Tell him Beth sent you.
Yep.
And what are we doing? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Solstice, Happy New Year.
This is actually our last show until the beginning of the year because we're going to have reruns next week and the week after that. So thank you, WSRadio.com, for having Girls Talk Rock. You're the worldwide leader.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
Take a break from politics. Tune in and learn something. WS Radio shows are worth your time and are filled with tips and advice. Add us to your lunch routine, and we'll give you a meal for your mind.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the Coaches Training Program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.